This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio!
I'm a fake?
Yes.
How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
All right.
Did you post to Facebook?
Oh, shit.
Wondering why I didn't get a notification.
Hold on.
Everybody just enjoy the intro for a while. Glad I asked.
Yeah, fuck. Threw
There
me
it
off,
is.
man. Not having a guest really throws me off.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do.
We got
what are you drinking, and then we're going home.
Yeah, the whole thing was supposed to be, what are you drinking? For anybody just tuning in, welcome to episode number 153. Yeah, we were supposed to have Ryan Burbrich, also known as Ryan Burberick, or Ryan Burb, from Serene, what the fuck was it?
Serene Craft Beer.
Just
what the fuck
wait
is that?
here a minute.
Are you fucking kidding me? That was from when I fucking clicked on that 20 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago.
We're having trouble, so it's probably better that Ryan's not here. Yeah, Serene Craft Beer Distributors. I guess we should give them a proper plug. Serene, SARENE craft.com. They're also on Facebook. This and that, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to give him too much because he's not here.
He didn't show up.
Yeah.
Which
But,
is fine. He apparently he had like a lot of deliveries or something. He's working like an 18-hour day today.
Oh, all right.
So,
What a pussy.
I kind of saw it coming when he didn't get back to me. So that, like, I texted you, and then he sent me a message like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, after you texted me, I was trying to find a GIF appropriate enough to send you, and then you were like, nah, he's not coming. I was like, all right, now I got to search for a new GIF to send you. Well, we can do this. We're professionals.
Ooh, this is weird in a can. Bells.
So I guess we'll just start like right off the bat with what are you drinking? Huh?
Might as well.
It's what are you drinking?
You gonna do that every week now?
I mean, when we don't have guests, because I just smash this chair over across the room. Across the room.
Yeah, he just did a little dance.
So what are you drinking? Because I got a couple
This
things.
is Bell's Two Hearted Ale. I've had it many times.
Bell's is a very good brewery.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, BC.
It's
Rest in peace.
It's an American IPA. It's delicious. It's very, very citrusy. It's totally different out of a can.
That is the first Bell's brew that I had when I was in Washington, D.C. at the Regional Food and Drink. If anybody's ever in Washington, D.C., check that fucking place out. Washington, D.C. See, I'm very smooth with my talkings.
So
Looks
I want to
beautiful.
see. I want to see if this changes it because it tastes weird compared to what I've had. Not bad, but totally different. It's a lot more like acidic than when I've had it on tap. I've only had it on tap. So, oh, and in a bottle too. I think I bought it in bottles before.
Shit, nothing. Help?
No, it's the same. I mean, it's still good. It was a little unexpected. They might have changed it a little bit.
Yeah. That was a
It's got a very-
motherfucker of a hoppy.
It's got a very
bomb.
orange peel kind of flavor to it.
Classic
Yeah.
American IPA. When you see American anything, that usually means
you're like, that's going to be too hoppy.
it's gonna be too much hops, too much malt, whatever.
It's really. I think it's like 6.5%, 7%. It doesn't say on this can. It doesn't say on the box either.
All right, fuck the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very vague when it comes to their. They just kind of like.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't put it on there. Like, that's a big part of why I'm buying something. You know what I mean? It's on there?
It's small letters. A perfectly balanced American IPA brewed with 100% Centennial hops and bursting with aromas ranging from pine to grapefruit.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were gonna. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for the alcohol content.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oopsie daisy.
That's fine. It's fine.
Oops.
It's fine that you weren't listening.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I was paying
I would
attention to
probably put
something
it
else.
at like 6.5%, 7%,
Sure.
if I were to guess. But I just don't understand why some breweries don't do that. The only thing that I can think is that like legality reasons, like maybe they're a little inconsistent with it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, how many is it difficult to keep it, consistent, especially
Yes,
like a major
extremely.
brewer?
Not for a major brewer, but as a brewer, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Because stuff doesn't scale the same. So if you're doing a 10-gallon batch versus a 30-gallon batch, you can't just times the number by 3.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you have to think about as the wort is moving around in the barrel as it's being heated. There's like the larger volume you have, the longer you have to do it, even though the time shouldn't change. Basically,
it's surface area, volume, all that nonsense.
Like I was saying about the boiling process, creating those sugars.
Yeah.
That can be very difficult to scale. So that's just a theory. I really don't know. If there's anybody out there who works at a brewery, let me know.
Yeah, or if you can message us on the YouTube.
But it's just like, I would really like to know the alcohol percentage in this, because what if it's fucking 11% and I have 2 and then drive?
You're not supposed to be drinking and driving, Adam.
Yeah, but as long as you're below that 0.08, you're fine. But the thing is, if I drink one of these at 11%, if I drink one of these at 4.5%, I can absolutely drive a car. If I drink one of these at 11%, there's going to be probably a 20-minute window where I'm going to be over the legal limit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all guesswork, but they're not giving me the information,
That's
so
why
I just
Uber
don't know.
is so successful.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm I don't drink and drive. That's something I've always been very adamant about.
I've said it on the show once, or I've said it on the show before. I've driven home drunk once, and it was the most terrifying thing I've ever been through, and I won't do it again. And I did fine. As far as I can tell, I did fine, but I was drunk, so I was probably all over the goddamn
Car
place.
looked like the fucking Lamborghini in what the hell's the name of the movie? Leonardo DiCaprio. He's like, I made it. And he gets outside. The fucking thing's all trashed.
See, I was thinking more Ace Ventura, kind of fucking rolling through the field. Anyway, what I'm drinking is finally finishing off a wine. It's by Dark Horse. It's their rosé. It's super dry. It says dry, bright, crisp. That's exactly what it is, and it's very, very, very minerally. So it doesn't have that weird sweetness like you get from like a shitty garbage rosé.
That sounds really good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of underwhelming, man. Like it was just boring, I guess. One note, and then whatever. Rosés are kind of whatever. And I'm gonna switch to Ethereal Gin. That's the one that you got me from Berkshire Mountain Distillers.
I really like that. I'm gonna
This
get that
one
again.
Was excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't really drink good booze anymore because I'll go through it too fast and I'm like, that was a waste of $20.
Yeah,
like
the only good booze I get is from my mom. Oh, I should actually pour you a eighth of a shot.
An eighth of a shot
of the
we'll do it after the break.
$80 bottle that my mom got me when she went to Texas.
I'd really like to try that.
So Dark Horse Rosé, get it or don't. I don't care.
I'm still like sipping away at that whiskey you got me for my birthday. Yeah, I'm basically only drinking it out of a flask. Like when I want to bring a flask somewhere and I know I'm going to be drinking it straight.
It caught me way off guard because you were like, it's whiskey. And then we were at the Falcon on Saturday night, which we'll talk about that because there's some stories from there. We were at the Falcon in Marlboro, my first time there.
Great place.
Fucking
awesome
amazing place. And on the way out, you had the flask full of that whiskey that I got you. And it just
I don't remember that exchange at all.
It caught me off guard because you're like, whiskey. And then you just handed me the flask. And I took a sip and I went, what the fuck? Like, it caught me because I was expecting.
You were expecting bourbon.
Evan Williams or, some, whatever, Elijah Craig, something like that. Brooke, we actually have a bottle of Elijah Craig, and Brooke was calling it Elijah Woods. Or Elijah Wood. But anyway, she didn't know she was calling it Elijah Wood either. She's like, you want a glass of this Elijah Wood? And I went, no. It's gross. Pre or post Lord of the Rings? 'Cause he's got a different flavor. Anyway,
I don't know how to spell.
Yeah, so you're like, whiskey. So I drank it, and it caught me way off guard. I was like, what the hell is that? And he goes, that's the stuff you got me, the High West. And I was like, oh, well, it's good. I just wasn't expecting it. It's like drinking, it's like picking up your Pepsi, and it's milk.
That's a lot worse.
Yeah.
That's a lot worse than what
I guess so. It's like drinking Pepsi and maybe like a Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew. Oh.
We've talked about this a bunch of times, like when you drink a beer out of a coffee mug.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you like blow on it, and you're like, what am I doing?
Anyway, the Falcon in Marlboro. Holy shit! Anybody listening, if you haven't been to the fucking Falcon, if you're like is it a music file? Like audiophile? Yeah, I guess audiophile.
Yeah.
But it's not.
That is the term.
It is, but all right, whatever. If you like
music,
if you're way into music like I am, the Falcon is the fucking shit on wheels. It's fucking awesome. It's really just an amazing place. I was like overload at that place. We first went in. There's an upstairs and a downstairs. Also, quick shout out to Ryan O'Sullivan. Member of the Heroic. I don't know what his official position at Heroic Food is.
I don't know.
Well,
I think they're a pretty small organization.
He's with Heroic Food, heroicfood.org. If you want to check them out, they're a local veterans association that teaches sustainable farming to veterans and everything. They're also that's the.
I'm not helping.
That's the nonprofit we're trying to raise money for with HV Creator Fest.
Our goal is $50,000.
Yeah, $50,000. We'll see how
we're going to make $800.
We had a little surprise party for him, so it was funny because we went there and we went to the Jasmine, his baby mama.
Yeah.
Told me the main room.
Yeah.
So we go up to the main room, and the main room is beautiful.
Yeah.
You walk in.
It's almost like a place where you like imagine a dinner theater.
Yes.
Kind of place. Like that's what it looks like.
Yep.
And they had like a jazz band playing. We go in, it's beautiful. We're all excited. Well, no, we go downstairs first. And then
I was like, this is awesome. And then I went upstairs. I'm like, this is awesomer. Yeah. But to get upstairs, so let's start downstairs.
You're skipping a lot.
I'm skipping too much. So we're in the underground. That was really cool. It was like shitloads of posters, signed shit on the walls, fucking records lining the place. Cool bar, tons of great craft stuff on tap. We'll get into more of that later. To get upstairs, you either go out of one of the side doors and just go up and go into the
you have to go
entrance.
outside. There's no way to go upstairs without going outside.
That's why they call it the Falcon Underground. So that's okay.
Yeah,
but
it's like a different bar.
We were told the main room. So we go out the opposite side of the street side. So we go out, and it's all this decking and...
Wait.
There's a
the opposite side of the street side, not the back door?
Well, there's... The back door is like the back. Front door is up front at top.
But would you say to somebody, hey, when you come to my house, go to the door that's on the opposite side of the street side? I mean, and they'd be like, you mean the back door, you fucking dummy? We went out the back door.
Yeah, we definitely did anyway. But we didn't come in the front door. The front door is up top.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 side doors.
Okay,
We went out
so
the
there's-
side door
so
that's
there's-
not on the street side.
Okay. Still,
That makes sense.
it makes sense now, but the door on the opposite side of the street side
All right.
is definitely not the way to have done.
You guys get what I'm talking about. But anyway,
Well, we do now. Yes.
the opposite side street side door. There's like this awesome. There's like multi levels of decks and everything overlooking the falls, the waterfalls in Marlboro, and you just hang out there. They got lighting, everything. You can just hang out. It was a little rainy, so we didn't. So we went up to the main room, and yeah, it was like a dinner theater type thing. There was a small bar, and Professor Louie and the Chromatics were playing. And I had heard the name. They've been around forever. They start playing, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, so we go in and they have this box and it's like suggested donations like $30. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, and it was like to support starving artists or whatever. I was like, I'm a starving artist too. You know. So I threw $5 in there cuz you know, you got to do something.
Yeah, I threw 10.
And then as it
Karma.
turns out, we gave money to the wrong band.
Yeah, because they start playing. We're
because-
like, oh shit, this is
Yeah.
like smooth jazz. I don't want to
Yeah.
listen to this. They're great, talented musicians. It just wasn't what I was looking for. I started texting Jasmine like, "You sure? Because this looks like more like a laid back kind of crowd." She's like,
Yeah.
"No, we're gonna hang out down. It's the downstairs one." I'm like, "That's not the main
It's
room."
not the main floor. And of course, we find this out after I order a double vodka seltzer.
And well, which
And
was after you ordered the
Single
vodka,
vodka
single
seltzer.
vodka
Yeah.
seltzer.
Well, yeah, because
So
a
let's
single.
keep. I'm keeping a tally of Adam's drinks.
A single vodka
that he
seltzer.
had that night. 'Cause
Oh,
we need
okay,
to talk
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, it was a lot. I don't think you're going to be able to. I don't think I'm going to be able to remember.
We'll
them.
try. So
oh,
right
you're
now
so you're going to do shot count too.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We're
It's like fucking burnt Chrysler.
we're up to 3.
Yeah. So right after I order these 2 drinks, we find that out, and I was like, now we have to walk out the front fucking door of the place and go back downstairs.
Well, hang on, time out. I had to I started rounding up people that were coming to the surprise party. I didn't know any of these people.
Yeah, we didn't. I feel like we had met a couple of them before.
A friend of mine, Brandon, was there that I had known, and then that I'd known. Like he made a joke about it. We see each other we hang out every 3 years because that's how it seems. Like every 3 years, I see the guy, and we end up being at the same place and hang out and have a good time. But then we never talk from then on. So I see him. We meet Ryan's cousins. I tell all of them. We get downstairs, and of course Ryan O'Sullivan is late. That's what he does. He is late to things. So it worked out
Well,
anyway.
it's best to be late to a surprise party, and especially because you can't go, Ryan, you need to hurry up. There's people waiting on us. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
we were starting to get drunk before he got
for
there.
sure.
So we go downstairs to the Falcon Underground. That's where Vito Petrosito was playing. And if you don't know Vito Petrosito, he's from is it Four Guys in Disguise?
Five Guys in Disguise. He's also a really, really. I mean, if you're looking for a DJ, like a wedding band, they're fucking awesome. He has a wedding band. He's got Five Guys in Disguise. I don't know. It could have been. It might have changed over the years, but I'm pretty sure it's Five Guys in Disguise.
Oh well, all right. So
Yeah.
it might, it's Four Guys in Disguise, but it might have changed. So whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I could be completely wrong about that. Five Guys in Disguise sounds better.
This motherfucker and his backup band that he had there just brought the goddamn house down. They rocked the shit out of the place. And Johnny Cash's birthday is actually today. So they were doing Johnny Cash, a bunch of Johnny Cash covers. And Ring of Fire. Do you remember Ring of Fire?
Yeah.
And the entire place. He's like, we don't have a horn section like the guys upstairs.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to have to be the horn section. So every time, when the horns came out, the whole fucking place.
Oh yeah,
It
I
was a
wasn't
shitload of fun.
drunk at that point at all.
It was so
That was
much
like when I
fun.
was ordering food.
So all right, so then we start looking at the drink menu that they have downstairs, which is way more sophisticated than the one upstairs.
Yeah, that really surprised me. Like we went because you'd think that they would have higher end stuff.
The shit they had upstairs
Mhm.
was like a third of what they had
Yeah.
downstairs. It was kind of weird, but in any case, so I got a Misto Mead. Their classic version. I don't even know what
And
it was.
it was
'cause
the
bartender
classic-
was a bit
Yeah.
of a cunt.
Oh yeah, yeah. He and I developed a rapport later on, but I can tell that story in a minute.
Okay.
So it's their classic. It was their classic sparkling. So I'm thinking that the sparkling part of it might have been done there because it's in kegs.
Yeah. I
So-
think it was the so hold on.
Because I think
no, they
Kurt had said that they don't have anything sparkling at the moment.
Oh, okay.
But if you throw mead just on tap with normal line pressure, 3 or 4 days later it will be slightly carbonated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This wasn't though. It
had effervescent.
Yeah, whatever. But it was delicious, of course. So I was drinking. I think I had one of those. You got one right away.
Yeah. Do we want to do the? You want to do the drink
yes,
count? Okay, so
so in the first 45 minutes to half an hour, you've had 3 drinks.
Yeah. Then I went to the bar, and it took I went up there with you. He took your order, gave you your order, and then walked the fuck away, and then served 5 different girls that all came up after me, then came and served me. So I ordered myself 2 drinks because I knew it was going to be like that night.
Okay.
So I got the thick mint imperial stout.
That was your first drink?
That was, yeah.
Downstairs?
No. I got that and a mead at the same time. So, and I do actually have that with me tonight. So I'm going to open that in a couple minutes.
So,
it's a Southern Tier Brewing Company Blackwater Series thick mint imperial stout.
It basically smells, to me, smells like a thin mint.
Yeah, hence the name's a joke.
Oh,
it's an
okay.
allusion to that. Yeah, don't feel stupid because I realized that as I was putting it in the fridge.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I still feel stupid though.
So
that's like
so
an
then I got
everyday thing.
those 2. Once we got downstairs and I saw the food menu, I was like, I'm not doing the keto diet tonight because first and foremost, I'll get too shitty if I'm drinking vodka seltzers all night. And second of all, it's going to be really fucking expensive because it was like a $12 drink and not even that good. And the vodka downstairs was even more expensive because this is another thing. Everything that they serve down there, all the liquor is local Hudson Valley.
Oh.
Yeah. So, okay. So I've got...
Okay. All right, so I got the mead, but am I putting 2 down for the thick mint because of the percentage of the alcohol?
It was 10-ounce pour or an 8-ounce pour or something like that. No, you can't do that.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, if you want... No, you can't do that. If a beer's a beer. I mean, that's why it's a 10-ounce pour because you're only getting... You're getting less.
Okay.
Then I got a flight.
Yeah. Then
So
the motherfucker comes up with a flight.
But the flight only counts as 1 beer because it's 4 4-ounce pours.
Wouldn't that be 2? Because a pint is 16, but no one ever gets a
and
pint.
4 4-ounce pours is 16 ounces.
Oh, wait, no. Pint's not 16. 16.9.
16.9 ounces.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so 4 4-ounce pours, we'll count that as 1 beer.
Okay.
Then I got 1 more beer and a shot with Jay Fulham.
That I saw.
And then
happy birthday, Jay Fulham. It was his birthday.
We'll get into
night.
that too. Then after that, I don't really know.
Another beer and a shot with Jay Fulham.
I would say conservatively it was 3 more beers after that, but I don't know.
I definitely saw you with 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's...
I would say conservative estimate was...
We'll call it 11.
Yeah.
I'll say it 11.
11. And then probably a shot of whiskey out of my flask.
This is episode number 153, The Intervention. Oh, man.
Yeah, so that's like 13 drinks.
That was a lot. I had, I think, 2 more meads and
then you were hungover as shit the next day, weren't you?
I had a nightcap. Yeah, I had 2 more meads. And then a nightcap when I got home. I had a glass of wine. I had this rosé before. Mm-hmm. But I ate dinner early, too. So I was
that was the thing.
Drinking on an empty stomach. You guys fucking housed a
We both ate a pork chop before we left, which that's another funny story in and of itself. And then we got food there, so I got like cheese fries.
O'Sullivan's hitting me up.
So we show up to this place, and Jay Fulham, friend of the show.
Yep.
Moment of silence for Jason Fulham. And we're back. We haven't done that in a while.
No.
There's no dead air anymore.
No.
Because there's always people in here now.
Yep.
So we walk in, we see Jay, and it turns out it's his birthday. I did not know. So we were like, cool, we're going to go with our friends, and you guys do your thing, because we thought we had to go upstairs. Then we come back down.
Yeah.
So obviously, we drank a little bit with him. Apparently, he was like not wanting to do shots and like not drinking too much, and I was like, that's unacceptable. So I go to the bar.
He's trying to have a nice, relaxing night with his wife, a nice, relaxing birthday.
I see him go up to the bar, so I beeline for the middle of the bartender, and I actually like snapped in his face and pointed at the bartender. I was like, come here real quick. And he looked kind of pissed, and I was like, you don't have to serve me just yet, but do not let him pay for his beer. You see that guy down there? The one with the really dumb face? The really doofy looking motherfucker? It's his birthday. Don't let him pay for his next beer. So the bartender laughed about that, and from then on we were cool. But at first, I really wanted to punch him in the face.
He was kind of a douche.
Yeah,
he was all right with me because
he was a dick to Amy too.
Every time I went up there, I'd get a meat and I tipped him, and he's just like, man, no one drinks this stuff. I'm like, it's delicious. Blah blah blah. We had him on the podcast, and he went and then he walked away.
Didn't even feign any interest in the show at all.
I just was like, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna bother with this guy.
But
yeah, he was kind of a dick.
Yeah,
and it seemed like he was a dick.
He was
to
a dick
everybody.
to Amy too. She went up and she's like, "Can I have a Tito's and cranberry with lemon?" And he's like, "All the vodkas we have down here are local." Not like, well, actually, how are you gonna know? Tito's is fucking everywhere. That is a ubiquitous fucking vodka. It's in every bar.
Mm-hmm.
To say, well, actually, the right thing to do would have been like, don't have Tito's down here. Sorry.
We only serve
Hudson Valley stuff.
Here's something similar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, what a nice fella.
Yeah, and that's the way he should have fucking handled it. Or even just going we don't have Tito's. This is what we have. If you're busy, that's fine. That's fine too. You don't have to be nice as a bartender. You just need to do your job. But that he said, he made a point to be a dick about it.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up. That's what an asshole.
But I mean, regardless of that,
it's not like she was like, "Do you have Cavancier fucking cognac?" Something that would be weird for them to have. Especially since she got two of them upstairs. It's not strange to think that, they wouldn't have it.
I don't know. Maybe it's run by.
I think they're probably two separate businesses.
Yeah, because
that's what I'm thinking.
Well, down upstairs seemed very refined. A refined music space.
Downstairs seemed fun.
It was like dinner and a show, and downstairs was more of the rowdy crowd. It was like community tables, which I love. I love seeing that shit.
Yeah, especially when you just slowly but surely force everyone away from your table. So
that one guy stood fast, man.
He just sat there.
I had my dick in his fucking nose all night, talking over him to other people, and he just would not move. I was like, all right, whatever. But it was a cool show. It was an amazing time. I got to go back. Happy birthday to Ryan O'Sullivan, Jason Fulham.
Yeah, and the funny thing is,
a bunch of other people.
I see Marlboro, and I'm like, ugh,
Marlboro.
I don't want to go to Marlboro.
No one wants to go to Marlboro. I
don't
think Marlboroians want to go to Marlboro.
20-minute ride, 25 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah. It really wasn't bad.
Yeah, especially because I wasn't driving.
Yeah, shout out to my wife.
Yeah, thank you, Brooke,
for driving.
I mean, honestly, I was so tired that day. Even if I drove, we would have died. I would have fallen asleep behind the wheel. I probably fell asleep in the back seat.
But yeah, so I was hungover the next day. I had to work.
He had to open.
I had to open, so it was I had to be.
And apparently, I had to be there at 12.
I had to be at the shop at 7:15. So or 7. I think it was 7:15. So I get up. I'm like, I don't feel well, but I think I think I can get this. I take a shower. Usually the shower kind of helps. It didn't really help. So I'm like, oh, God. I'm getting that cold sweat shit is going on, the fucking trembly stomach and everything. And when I'm hungover, I'm nauseous.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything. No coffee.
Wait,
nothing.
So what was your drink count and you were this hungover?
I think it was 5, maybe 6. Over the course of
6 hours?
Yeah, 6 hours.
Wow.
So, yeah, you had double the amount of alcohol.
I think I had a drink when I got home, too.
I don't doubt
Probably. No, I didn't.
You didn't?
I made one and then fell asleep. Yeah. because it was sitting there the next morning. Like, it's pretty bad when I have 2 glasses on my nightstand and I have to smell them to figure out which one's like vodka seltzer.
This one's a fresh booze.
Yeah.
Aye.
Just be like, is this water or is this now flat seltzer with warm vodka in it?
So I'm trying to get my shit together. It just won't happen. And I start brushing my teeth. I'm like, I'm going to just be in shit shape. I start brushing my teeth. And I go to brush my tongue.
You shouldn't have done that.
I always brush my tongue, and I always kind of like once in a while if I go back too far, I immediately gag. I went back too far, and I gagged, and I went, God damn, that was a fucking mistake. I start brushing again, and it immediately comes up.
Yeah,
like immediately, and I just went like right into the sink.
So you actually threw up in the sink?
I did. Like I was brushing my teeth. I hope people are watching at home. I'm like brushing my teeth. I go like this. Shook, start brushing my teeth, then like right into the fucking sink. And like I've said it before. I make the burp noise when I puke. I go. It's really bad. But it came out. It was like Mountain Dew. Neon fucking green, like your phone there.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't fucking know. It was really bad, though.
Well, I mean,
I was like,
your bile production is actually lower than the average person now. So,
I just collapsed on the floor, laid there for a minute, got my shit together, had some water. Brooke goes to me. I go upstairs, kiss her goodbye, and she's just like, "You okay?" I'm like, "No, I don't feel well." She's like, "Have that last brownie downstairs." We had like gluten-free brownies. She's like, "Have that last brownie. Just get something in your stomach." I'm like, "No, I just can't. I can't." She's like, "You gotta try and eat something." Nope, not Ryan Bosch.
Yeah.
Ryan needs to just drink water until about noon. Then he can eat something. Anyway, I have the fucking brownie. I choke it down. I actually threw out a piece, about a quarter-sized piece of the brownie because I was sick of eating it. Like I was just so like nauseous. I get to work. I start doing some stuff. Angie, our newest employee, is doing her first open on her own, and I'm trying to help. And I'm like, I'm putting away pastries like this. She's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "This is the Falcon. It was so much fun. This is like musical overload." And she's like, "So what else do we need?" I'm like, "Why don't you go get the awnings, and I'm going to go upstairs and get some ice. I got to go to the bathroom first." And I go into the bathroom, and all the fucking brownie comes up. And it's not like brownie, like chunks of brownie. It turned like back into brownie batter.
Yeah, of course it would.
It was fucking
It's sugar and flour.
And I'm pretty sure we need like a vomit bumper.
Yeah, we do now.
So,
yeah, so what you need to do now, here, we'll just do this really quick.
What?
So you need to do your puke noise clean, and you need to say, well, now we need a vomit bumper clean.
Okay. I was thinking just...
Or no.
What?
The fuck is that?
I don't know. I found a vomit noise. I typed in vomit noise on YouTube, and that's what I got.
No, you need to make your vomit noise.
Yeah, because it's not...
Yeah.
Maybe I should just, like, I'll try and make myself vomit and just record it with the recorder.
Don't do that.
Why not? It's very...
If you use your microphone, sure.
Yeah, I'll do that. It'll be fine.
Why are you going to try... Okay, instead of imitating the noise, you want to actually throw up?
Yeah, because I can't imitate it all the way. It's not, like, perfect. I'm just giving you a roundabout way of doing it.
All right.
But anyway, so I'm puking up brownie batter, which looks like shit, which makes me puke even more. So I'm laying on the floor of the crafted cup, of the bathroom floor of the crafted cup. So after that, it was basically me just kind of praying to Satan, that praying to the Dark Lord that no one would come in.
Or something.
That no one, like a bunch of people were killed and they can't make it to the crafted cup. A bunch of people were killed at the crossroads of Fulton and Raymond Avenue and 44, and no one can get to the Arlington district for coffee. I was hoping, and it went well for the first like hour and a half, and then people started coming in. So baristaing while hungover is difficult work. Because there's a lot of up and down movements. You're moving your head side to side, up and down, trying to figure things.
Yeah, and it's not like you could have just put Angie on the bar and just rang.
No, and it's not like I could just drop everything and run to quickly throw up. I have to say, excuse me, sir or madam, I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of your order. So
to throw up.
Yeah, and I'd have to run across the shop to do it. So I just was like.
So this was yesterday.
This was yesterday.
God, I have no sense of time anymore. That feels like a fucking week ago. Yeah. Gee, yeah, that feels like a week ago.
It was fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I didn't eat. Like if I ate, when I got home, I made just a ridiculous amount of food or just ate leftover dinner.
No, you got to eat beforehand so you don't get fucked up in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, like I got fucked up because I had 13 drinks. There's nothing you can do about that, I mean, it would have been way worse if I didn't eat, but it was just like we got there and I was like, the food looks good. My only keto option on the menu is chicken wings. And I don't think I can control myself to drink vodka seltzer slowly enough to not be really drunk Adam. Because that was drunk Adam. That wasn't like, I'm going to fucking kill you, drunk Adam.
No, that was really drunk Adam.
Yeah.
That was drunk Adam. I was watching you toward the end of the night. I'm like, this motherfucker has no idea where he is right now.
No.
He's traveling through space and time.
I remember most of it, but like I couldn't tell you exactly how many beers I had towards the end. I know I had something from Rushing Duck, something from...
You had a Rushing Duck first before you had the mint thing. No, you had the mead.
No.
Okay, sorry.
No, that was the first thing that I ordered because I saw the thick mint and I was like, I have to try that.
Yeah.
And I was planning on just getting that, but I was like, if this is going to be all night, I'm getting 2 drinks.
Well, since we're back to thick mint, talk about it.
It's fucking amazing.
Drinking it right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Right now. Right now. Oh, I got to play that. Where's that? I can't find it.
Oh, I used to have it too.
I can't find it.
I got it.
Hey, you playing it right now?
Yeah.
2 hits.
We hit it at the exact same time.
Yep.
Unless my computer is muted or something.
Nope.
That was good. Synergy. We fucking forgot about
that. That could be a great title, Synergy.
We fucking forgot about that.
What?
We used to do that during every What Are You Drinking?
What?
The Right Now clip.
Oh, yeah. Well,
we just stopped.
Every time.
We would do it whenever. Just be like, just really taste it, like for the people that don't listen to the show.
For the guests.
Yeah.
Why do we forget bits?
No, it's a good one because it always makes people spit their beer out because they're not expecting it. All right, we got to remember to do that next week. It's fucking amazing, this beer. If just give it a smell. I mean, if you want to swish it around your mouth and spit it out, that's fine too.
I'll be fine.
This one would be worth it.
Sounds like an alcohol. It smells like an alcoholic Thin Mint.
Imagine if you took like mint chocolate chip ice cream and then just dumped a 10 ABV stout on top of it.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. This is one of the best stouts I've ever had.
Alcoholic milkshake.
Yeah.
So
I'd highly recommend it. It's from Southern Tier, and I've always loved Southern Tier. They were one of the first real craft beers that I had was the Southern Tier IPA.
Yeah, at the Hobnobbin North, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they've been bought out by a larger company. They're no longer a craft brewer.
Womp womp.
Yeah, but they still make good stuff, and I'm not totally against the bigger like corporate type stuff, but I do try and more support smaller breweries, especially on the show.
Absolutely.
We're talking about them.
Speaking of smaller breweries, Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching them put in their I don't know, it was like a tank within a tank, and he's just like he was Aaron was raising. It was on Instagram. I mean, Cousins Ale Works. Check them out on
almost saying their old name.
Yeah, their old name. Cousins Ale Works on Instagram. You can watch the progress of them building their spot. And I was going to see, I think it was like a Sunday or something. I was going to stop by to see if they work, and I don't think they were. But it's coming along, and I'm really excited
so am
for
I.
them to start up. Because
And
it's like,
if all goes well, they will be vending, I guess. They will be a vendor. They will be actively vending
at the Hudson Valley Creator Fest.
Yeah. So as
May
long
12th.
as long as they're back in production before then, I'm sure they'll at least be able to do a tasting. But we're hoping that we'll be able to serve their beer there as well.
Yeah.
But they're very small, so I'm not sure that they're going to be able to handle that.
They are putting a fucking shit ton of money into this place. They got some really sophisticated looking crap over there. So hopefully.
Yeah, I saw
we're really pulling.
Last time I saw on Instagram, like 3 like real big bright tanks, so they should be able to. I mean, the amount of production they'll be able to do is going to be amazing.
So Cousins Ale Works, check them out. Absolutely, check them out. Also, check out. I want to just gonna run through this real quick.
Just run through all the plugs.
The Indiegogo.com and search "Knitting is Metal" and contribute to. That's our friend Tony O, formerly of Hudson Valley Legends. She's doing an Indiegogo. What is it considered?
It's like a campaign.
Campaign, yeah.
It's kind of like a Kickstarter, but it's Indiegogo. So Indiegogo has different parameters. Kickstarter is 100% for. It's supposed to be for like artistic projects, but now it's turned into whatever.
Yeah.
Like jump starting a company and shit like that. Indiegogo is for smaller startups and artistic things and charity things and that kind of stuff. So,
but it's for every for Knitting is Metal. This Saint Anger listening drive. For every $1 donated, I will listen to 1 minute of the most hated album of all time, Saint Anger by Metallica.
And this is obviously donated to Hudson Valley Creator Fest.
Yeah, so all donations will go to the Hudson Valley Creator Fest. Thank you very much to Tony O.
Yeah.
Knitting is Metal. Just type
that in.
How
much is she up to?
She's up to 60. Hold on. $61 so far. So, I think it's 13 or 14. Actually, no, it's 14 more dollars. Will
be the whole album.
Will be the whole album plus like a few extras, like 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
The fact that Saint Anger is 74 minutes and change
and
long
it's garbage.
is amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that fucking long.
I've
That's
never,
a long
I've never
album.
listened to it. I've heard the song Saint Anger, and I said, "Wow, this is garbage."
That
was like me
really
watching
long
it on my 13-inch fucking TV on MTV, and just going, "Wow, really hate Metallica." And just shut the TV off. Yeah, so it's really cool that she's doing this, and I mean, it's only up to $61, but we got 3 months to go. So we're gonna push this every week. It's going to a great cause. So it'll go to Creator Fest, which then in turn obviously is going to go directly to Heroic Foods.
I'm incorrect. I'm sorry. $14 more.
$14 more
will be the whole album.
So
the album
75.
is 75 minutes and 4 seconds long.
Fuck you, James Hetfield.
Don't blame him. Blame Lars.
Okay, fuck you, Lars.
There's 3 songs that are 8 minutes long.
Jesus Christ.
And 3 songs that are 7 minutes long, and the rest of are over 5 minutes.
That's terrible. So our plan is for anybody.
Some Kind of Monster is 8.5 minutes long. That's a terrible song.
For anybody watching on YouTube, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have her sit in this chair back here, like in the background behind me, and she's just gonna knit for a whole episode and just listen to Saint Anger, and we're gonna plumb her headphones through the board, so we can kind of blip it to make sure she's not cheating.
Yes.
So every once in a while, he'll unmute it for like a quarter of a second, so we don't get a hit on YouTube, so that we know that she's listening to it at a reasonable volume. It needs to be just loud enough that she can't hear our conversation out here.
Right.
And then we're gonna do that podcast. Mac is going to be here talking probably about Blurs and Nerds and all the other cool stuff that he's doing.
Right.
And making fun of his girlfriend while she can't hear.
Hopefully,
but
she still owes me a dick hat.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, she better be knitting a dick hat.
For sure. So.
Are you wearing a Misto Mead shirt?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Let's just round out the plug segment.
Yeah, might as well. Jesus Christ. It's gotten to the point where it's just, and you keep saying it. You're like, I just don't want the entire show to be just plugs. It's getting to that point.
I know. I'm kind of, but
So
at
many
least
fucking
we're just plugging
people.
stuff. We're plugging stuff that we like, not so much people that are paying us. I understand. I'm
Very
starting to understand why podcasters do that whole 10 minutes before the beginning of their episode, but nobody fucking listens to it. And how do the advertisers not know that?
Nope. Yeah, I don't get it either.
Yeah.
It's a weird
I just keep clicking that 30 seconds forward until I hear Joe Rogan podcast by day, train whatever all day.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night.
All day.
All day.
I don't know why I find that so funny.
Because it's hilarious. And the scariest thing is, it's Nick Diaz. If you were like, what the fuck are you talking about? He'd fuck you up. Really bad. So, yeah, man. I don't know. Do you want to regroup? It's 45 minutes.
Yeah, let's take a break. I can't play ass and titties, though, which is sad.
Yeah, it is very sad. I will play. Let's see here. What do we have? Yeah, here we go. I'm going to play in preparation for next week's band that's coming in.
I don't even remember what it is.
Hell Ride 102.
Oh, yeah.
This is
I can't wait for that show.
The drummer from Shadow Witch, Doug Beans, who is with Murphy's Law, among other bands, is also with a band called Hell Ride 102 with another stoner rock, local like stoner rock, not God's not, like, he's just a notable stoner rock dude. They started a band called Hell Ride 102, and it's just ridiculous.
It's really ridiculous.
It's just ridiculous.
So he said
they know it's ridiculous.
Yeah, he said the first song on the album is talking about the time when the lead singer was at the Ground Round in Wappingers tripping balls.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that's what you're.
And it's called Are You Ready?
Yeah.
The letter R, the letter U, ready. So we're gonna listen to that. I'm just gonna run through the fucking. I don't know. We'll just let it go. Yeah. No, I'll do shuffle.
Yeah.
All right.
Be
So
prepared
this
for some really weird shit.
This is some. This. All right. This is Hell Ride 102. We'll be right back.
So far, he's been kept in complete darkness. Wait till I bring him into the light.
This is Gavin Burt. someone who doesn't work for any radio station at all, and you're listening to the Dead Radio Podcast.
You're lucky I didn't
Coming
break
up with new dances.
You're lucky I didn't break this out at the fucking Falcon.
I would have paid you $5 to do that.
I really thought about it. I wanted to grab my lady and go dancing. She didn't seem like she was in the mood.
No.
That and I would have gotten a ton of shit from you.
No.
Yeah, you would have. You don't remember you bashing on that one poor bastard who was just trying to have a good time?
The white guy dancing.
The white guy did?
No, I was saying he's like my favorite person.
You were doing it in a really strange way.
I was like, that guy rules. I want to dance like that. And then I did.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Gavin Burt. I hope he's feeling well. He knows what I'm talking about. Send me an email, motherfucker. You didn't get back to me last time. I don't think you did. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we're back with a just kind of a, I don't know, slapdash kind of fucking show.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
I
right?
think it's going all right.
Yeah.
Don't let me forget before I leave to talk to you about radio interviews.
Okay.
We can't talk about it on the air, but...
Great.
No,
So,
it's fine. It's just something that we shouldn't talk about on the air because it's going to be kind of boring.
Oh, okay.
And it's nothing set in stone, so...
Kind of like, you mean more boring than the actual show?
Yes, much.
Okay. Yeah, so we're back. I just wanted to took a quick bathroom break, and it's a good thing I went into the bathroom first, because had you gone into the bathroom, you would have been faced with a giant pile of pubes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that why the toilet seat was up? Because you cleaned it?
Yeah. No. It was like I went to get in the shower before I have to open tomorrow, so I wanted to shower before I got to the before I did the show and everything, so I could just go straight to bed when we're done. And before I got into the shower, I was just like, this is getting ridiculous. So I just took them all down.
Yeah.
And what I do is just like I do it in the shower. So you could just spray all the pubes into one little spot into the drain, and then you take them out, and then I just put them in the toilet. But like while I put them in the toilet, I'm soaking wet, and I'm still kind of covered in pubes. The rest of them are going to go down the drain.
Yeah.
Downstairs. Yeah, they're going to walk downstairs. They're going to have a cocktail.
All over again.
Yeah, we're going to invite him on the show. Ryan's pubes next week. Anyway, but I forgot to flush them after I left, or after I was finished with my shower, and I just went on my merry, and just a giant pile.
I kind of wish that I had gone in there, because I would have taken a picture of it, and then on the show just been like, "So are these yours or Brooke's pubes?"
Yeah, I don't normally do that. That's I'm usually better about that, but not this
I
week.
can only imagine the tongue lashing you would have gotten from your wife had she seen it first.
Oh, that was weak.
Yeah.
One more. That's better.
That's better, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been bad. I would have gotten yelled at. Maybe gotten my freshly shaved pee-pee smacked.
Is that a tactic that she uses?
Keep me in line? I mean, wouldn't it keep you in line if every time you did something bad you got flicked in the nuts?
I feel like I would leave that relationship immediately.
Oh?
Yeah.
Is that abuse?
Yeah.
I'll write that down. Penis smacking is abuse. Talk to her about it.
I mean, I guess for it to be construed as physical abuse, it would have to be pretty hard. But I mean, at the very least, it's some sort of, emotional abuse.
Okay.
Every time Amy asks if she looks ugly in something, I punch her. I'm like conditioning her like a dog. I just punch her in the shoulder. She always goes, "Does this make me look ugly?" And then I punch her.
Not hard.
No,
course.
I mean hard enough for
open-handed punch.
Hard enough for her to not want me to do it.
Yeah, I want to skip right past that before we're dragged out and arrested.
I mean, it's not like I'm punching her in the face. I'm just giving her like a Charlie horse.
Whatever. I was after the break. We were concerned that some people wouldn't understand our reference to the Ground Round. A long time ago, there was a restaurant called the Ground Round.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up. Yeah, let's do some research here. Why not? We got nothing better to do.
Yeah. Well, we got to drink this whiskey.
Yeah, there's that too.
It was in Wappingers, right?
I believe it was where the Red Lobster is now. In is that Poughkeepsie or Wappingers? That's Poughkeepsie. Let me see here. Now I have to do it too. I remember going there a lot with my mom because they had Mortal Kombat, the arcade game. So I would always ask to go to the Ground Round, so I could play the fucking arcade games. And I remember acting like a complete piece of shit when I was in there. Oh man, this is gonna be difficult finding it. No, did you get it?
No, I've gotten completely distracted. Do you remember we talked about this on the show? I have an article right here. By Nina Schutzman and Sarah Bradshaw.
Hey, Nina.
But this is actually on USA Today's website. You remember that woman who went missing and then was found behind a wall in a guy's basement after 28 years, like in a barrel?
No.
You don't remember? We talked about it on the show.
Did we?
Yeah, but it was here. So this was July 2nd, 2013. So, no, we didn't talk about it on the show. That's 5 years ago. I must be thinking of something else. But I remember when this happened. But it came up because James and Joanne Nichols ate dinner at the Ground Round Grill and Bar in Poughkeepsie the night before Joanne Nichols disappeared. And then Bill Emmer, former Ground Round manager, said that James Nichols would come in nearly every day to eat from 1983 to 1984 when he was an IBM Corp employee.
Ah. Corp?
Well,
or
anyway,
core?
that just really distracted me.
Oh, okay.
Is the Ground Round still exists?
Oh,
like
yeah.
as a company?
It's still around, yeah.
All right. So the Ground Round, they're from Worthington, MN, whatever state that is.
When the
Maine?
Ground Round used to be in
Minnesota?
Poughkeepsie,
Mm-hmm.
my favorite part about going there was the basket of free bottomless popcorn sat on the table. I'm reading an article from Lindsay from Poughkeepsie Journal, but apparently she's talking about, I guess there's this place, Whistling Willie's, that's got a new something or other, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, they used to have the bottomless popcorn. You just shove popcorn down your face. You'd like bother.
Yeah, I remember that.
You'd bother the shit out of the other employee or the other patrons, and
Cops solve Ground Round slaying.
Yeah, I
This was
keep
from
seeing that.
2006.
I don't know what's going on. It's
Yeah,
just-
so we're not going to find anything good for,
So, but yeah, shout out to the Ground Round.
Yeah. It's a very large chain restaurant corporation that apparently still exists.
Anyway, you want to try this whiskey here?
Yeah.
All right, so this is Balcones Texas Single Malt Whiskey, Classic Edition. This was given to my mom by the same guy she goes to every time she's down in Texas to try and get us whiskey. And she was like, "Hey, my son really loves the fucking TX. It's his favorite whiskey, period. Do you have anything better?" And he's just like, "I don't even really like it all that much. It's too sweet." And she's like, "Well, what's your favorite?" And he's like, "It's pricey." But my mom, being the peach that she is, she got what he suggested. This is Balcones.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Tastes like scotch.
Oh, good. Fine. That's fine. That's just fine. I love it. I love it. You don't fucking like it?
No. It tastes like scotch.
Can you please... Do you have water? Of course you don't have water.
No, I don't have water. Oh, wait. There's water down here.
Drink some... Shut up! Drink some water. Cleanse your goddamn palate, because I think there's something wrong with you.
Could be.
Hold on a second.
stop?
Every time.
What is he barking at?
I don't know. I don't know what he's barking at.
Patreon.com/deadradio podcast.
Yeah, if you want to
even $1 a month can get us to a studio that is not in a house with a dog.
That's barking.
Or it could buy us a gun to shoot the dog.
Ay, ay, ay. Now try it again. You know what? You might be right. It does have like a kind of a...
Don't like it. Tastes like scotch.
Mm.
It's very, very, very bitey, which I don't like. And I know there's no peat in it, but that's the only like description.
I think it tastes delicious. It's more of like...
Here. I'm not going to waste it if I don't... because I'm not going to drink it if I don't like it, especially if it's so expensive and you're a big fan.
What the bottle says, and I agree, is opening aromas of toffee and overripe fruits. On the palate, layers of toasted malt and honey give way to mellow notes of baked pears and apples. Long finishes accompanied by cinnamon and cloves. I don't know where these fucking people get that kind of crap.
So my problems with it's thin, very thin.
Yes, it's not it's like it's the viscosity compared to TX is very low.
TX I think is great, but it's definitely not even in the range of whiskeys that I like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like whiskey. I don't like whiskey. I like bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
And especially Scotch whiskeys. I hate every Scotch I've ever had. I have had Scotch that's like $1,000 a bottle, and I've hated every single one of them.
Yeah.
When I used to go to Brasserie back when fucking what the hell's his name? Doesn't I'm not gonna
Kyle.
I'm not gonna drop his name anyway. Well, Kyle was working there at the time, but I'd get drunk with one of the owners. You know, and he'd be like, "Let's try this." He's like, "We're not selling that anyway. He's like, it's $45 a shot. Nobody's buying that shit. Let's drink it."
Jesus.
Yeah. So, and I shouldn't get into that, but he'd be like, "Yeah, just Kyle, give me that bottle," and we would drink shit that's like $1,000 a bottle, fucking retail.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's garbage, dude. I don't want to drink that. I just don't like it. So, and that's not garbage. It's really good. I just don't like it.
Oh man, see, I think it's delicious. This is my new favorite.
Yeah,
it really is because it combines everything about Scotch. That I like without all the stuff that I don't like, and then all the stuff about bourbon and like American whiskeys that I like and don't.
To me, it seems like a very like a Scotch that's not peaty, like not very peaty.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. The mouthfeel to me, it's got too much bite. There's nothing to counteract the alcohol. And again, this is just opinion. It's a quality whiskey. I'm just not a big whiskey fan. I'm a bourbon fan.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I don't like sweet things, but there needs to be a little bit of that molassesy kind of sweetness to balance out something that is that harsh alcohol wise.
It is. It is strong. It's. I kind of like how bitey it is. It kind of matches up with the flavors of it. Like DX. Any little bite that it has, which has very little, I want that to go away because it's so sweet and it's so like dessert flavored almost that I don't want any bite. This, I don't mind the bite.
Yeah,
so.
And again, what I'm drinking right now. This beer is a very sweet beer for something that I would drink.
Right.
So that could be affecting my palate, but again, like. I gave that quarter of a shot back to you because you like it so much and it's so expensive that I didn't want to just drink it for the sake of drinking it.
Yeah, it's goddamn delicious. Also,
I mean, can I see the bottle?
Yeah, sure.
By the way, before this even started, my instinct, what would have been good for the show, was to accidentally knock it over on the table. And...
Oh my God.
Just to see you flipped.
That would have yup.
Okay, yeah, so this is also 106 proof. So
it's got a bit of teeth. A little bit of teeth to it.
And like I'm usually okay with that, but I drink a lot of ryes and stuff that are like What the fuck's the name of that rye I always get?
Rittenhouse?
Rittenhouse rye is 100 proof, 50% alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
You don't taste it. You don't notice it as much as you do in this.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what you're looking for, that's fine. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this style of whiskey, and I never will be. So it doesn't matter how expensive it is or how good it is. I'm never going to be a fan.
The older I get, the more I like stronger tasting, alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
But the less I can handle it. So
yeah,
that
sucks.
It's kind of. You want to watch Take a Bite with Turtle, the new one?
Sure.
Did we watch the tomato one on the show?
No, we watched it at the coffee shop.
We watched it at the coffee shop.
Or at least I did.
Well, if you listen to our show, once in a while we review Take a Shot with Turtle. He's our weekend cook.
Yeah, he said he's kind of folding it up because he's getting too good at drinking.
Yeah.
He was like, it's not that hard anymore, and just kind of getting used to it.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
The last couple shots he did, he said absinthe. He took a shot. He was fine. He just did another one of Russian vodka, and it was fine.
Yeah, he should maybe do it like monthly so that he doesn't get you, because he doesn't drink, right?
He drinks,
but he drinks like
straight
Prosecco.
Liquor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also did this is his Take a Bite with Turtle, the tomato episode.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
I watched that one.
Okay, so you watched this one. Mm-hmm. He hates tomatoes. I don't want to do.
I hate tomatoes too.
He hates tomatoes. He eats it like a fucking apple and almost vomits all over.
It's very
the place.
big in Asian countries,
but
apparently.
He handles it well. This is his sardines.
Everybody, we are here on episode 2 of Take a Bite with Turtle.
I mean, we're not going to do the whole fucking episode.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But
so
let me see what he gets down there.
Sardine.
He's doing this. Here we go.
Tasting King Oscar's sardines.
I couldn't even.
It's not even open. I got my chop.
Just fucking eating a sardine would make me fucking puke.
Oh yeah.
They're like crunchy. There's bones in them. What the fuck?
Wait till you see him pull this shit out.
He's
eating it with chopsticks too.
Oh my god! I almost stopped the fucking recording.
Yeah, you hit the wrong space bar. You tell me.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna open it. Look. Boop 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 boop. It's in like spring water or some shit. I'm pretty. Oh, it smells like something that I don't want to taste.
It's so fucking gross. Who the hell likes anchovies?
I have like chopsticks.
He's trying to use his chopsticks to take them out.
Should I do one or should I do more than one? One? No.
That's disgusting.
So that's one.
Chopsticks.
So he takes his big fucking banana hands and he just goes in there and eats like
several.
And like
Oh shit. This is actually pretty good.
I wasn't expecting that.
No.
Almost. It was a lot. So,
he almost gagged because he had too much in his fucking mouth.
A lot of different ways. Google that shit. Oh no, I like them. They're pretty good. They're a little fishy, but I like them. Sardines are great.
I do need to tell him he needs to put spot focus on his phone. Because every time he puts his hand in front of the screen, it like dims. That's not his fault. It's just that's his phone doing that. But
So yeah, sardines apparently are delicious.
I mean, I'm sure they're delicious if you like fish. But for somebody like me who doesn't like fish, that sounds like the most disgusting possible way to eat fish. Because it's fucking scales and skins and eyes and fucking bones.
That's how you get Adam vomit audio.
Yeah. I would probably be gagging the second the fucking can was open.
Uh-huh.
I can't go to like Bonefish Grill. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah.
We went to Bonefish Grill.
You talked about it on the show.
And I was just like, sorry guys, I'm gonna go home and I'll meet you later because I can't even be in here.
Yep.
My options for that restaurant was filet mignon, $28. That was my only option to eat there, $28. and I got as far as having a third of a beer at the bar while we were waiting for a table. I can't be that smell. There's something about it that just makes me gag so fucking bad.
See, now I want to try them.
Sardine?
Like,
You've never had a sardine? It seems like something that you would eat.
See, that's the thing. I don't fucking care. I'll eat whatever. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, for anyone who knows Ryan, if you put a spoon with food in front of his face, he'll just eat it. He doesn't think. He's just got like that reptile brain. Goes food.
Hey man.
Yeah, that does surprise me. That seems like something you would have tried.
I'm gonna kill.
Yeah.
You just sit here. I don't care.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
I don't care.
He's going upstairs to kill his dog. Do we have anybody live commenting on YouTube? I don't even know if I'm on here.
Come here. Come on.
Is anybody watching the show? Moment of silence for Jay Fulham, I guess.
Jesus. Come here. Come on. Get up there.
Everybody hanging in there. Still here.
What are you talking about?
I was just seeing it. I was just, the problem is that I was watching. I wanted to see if anybody was watching live, and I don't think anybody is.
He just fucking. He's
yeah,
just.
it's just me and you.
He was laying in his bed, barking.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't even like doing anything. He was
What a
just
piece
sitting
of
there,
shit.
just going. Barf, barf,
He's
barf.
just smelling my backpack.
It's fine. He's gonna get trapped down here, and he'll shut up. I don't get it.
We should have just done that in the first place.
I know, especially because no one's here.
Mm.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Sardines, fish.
Yeah,
everything?
it just seems like something you would have tried. Just because you're the kind of person who doesn't have like these like food things.
I really don't. Like,
Is there anything that you'd like be totally grossed out by eating?
Celery.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I won't if I
But
eat.
that's that's like a straight up taste.
Yeah,
thing.
if
That's
I eat a
different.
stalk of celery, I can chew it. I'll eat
Yeah.
it. I'll swallow it, and it won't make me gag. It won't make me sick.
You
at
just
all.
don't like it.
I
That's
just
why I'm
fucking
saying it's
hate it.
different. Like, for me, all seafood has always made me like gag and vomit, and
That's weird.
you know. And my mom, every time fish sticks for dinner. I fucking hate fish sticks. Since when? Since the first time I told you I fucking hate them. I'm like 6. So obviously I wasn't saying that.
Yeah.
Just ad-libbing a little bit on what the conversation probably looked like.
I'm trying to think, man. Like I was a little picky when I was a kid, only because you're a kid,
you're a
so
kid,
you're whatever. But now there's not a lot. I went to that Saigon noodle place, right near Cousins Ale Works. That the Dunkin' Donuts in Wappagers.
Yeah.
Off of Route 9. I went to that noodle
Where those
place.
kids died in Domino's.
Yeah. Right next door. No one died there yet. They might. However, I got the like special noodle, the pho.
Mm-hmm.
It's spelled
PHO.
PHO, but it's pronounced pho. It's very confusing for my American brain. But it had tripe. It had beef tripe and ligament and a couple
Tripe
of
is what? It's a cut?
stomach or stomach lining.
I don't fucking know.
Hold on, let me.
It's
now
like
I
really
gotta-
fatty, right?
It looks like tripe is the first or second stomach of a cow.
Okay.
So there you go. This is what it looks like. Actually, this is a pretty accurate representation. This one right here.
Yeah.
That right there.
Yeah, they have it like Adams, like in the frozen section.
That was fine. Tasted fine.
See, I would try that. I'd be like, I'm a little worried about trying this, but I'll try it.
They had ligament
Uh-huh.
in there too. Let me see if I can.
Is that just like slow cooked so that it?
Hold on. Let me see if I can find an accurate representation of what it looked like. Yeah. Here we go. Oh no, bad picture. Yeah. Here we go. Wink. Right there.
See, that looks gross.
It looks like what a ligament would
That
look like.
that looks like something that would be really terrible to eat.
And it was clear. Like,
Yeah.
or I wouldn't say clear.
They
translucent.
They must
is the
just
word.
like cook it for hours and hours and hours to break down the fibers and stuff.
It was perfectly tender, wasn't
Mm-hmm.
chewy at all. It was actually like the least chewy thing in the
Yeah.
soup. And it was
So
fine.
they probably
it was delicious. It was
they
good.
probably
Tasted
cooked that
good.
shit for like 36 hours.
Brooke almost vomited in front of me.
Well,
while
yeah.
I ate it, but
I remember when we used to do happy hour at Noah's years ago, and you're like, yeah, Brooke doesn't want to go anymore because she's starting to get grossed out by the chicken wings. Do you remember that?
yeah.
Yeah. We
Just like she's sitting around watching people
Yeah.
just eat chicken wings, sucking the
Yeah.
sauce
and
off their fingers
me
and
and
everything.
fucking Bill from PDH, we'd have a competition who could build the highest tower of of dead animal bones that we just ate meat off of. So of course she was grossed out. Yeah, that was fun. We had a good time there.
It was.
Terrible chicken wings, but really good for free.
Yeah, they were
You know?
fine. For free,
Yeah.
they were fine.
Yeah.
If you just tip the bartender, she'll treat you fine.
Mm.
I don't know. She
you
likes
remember
me.
that story?
Maybe it's my hair.
You didn't have that hair then.
That's true. I had long
Definitely
hair.
didn't have that hair then. And she was a fucking bitch.
I've been in there since, though. She still
Oh,
likes
well,
me.
I'm talking about 6 years ago.
Still. She liked me.
Yeah, I doubt I've ever told it on the air because it was 6 years ago. But I was like, I would always buy, like I buy a Sam Adams. It's happy hour, so they were $2.50, right? If I got two, it was $5. And every fucking time I'd hand her a 20 and she'd give me a 10 and a 5 back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Mhm.
I'm not giving you a $5 tip. That's crazy. So I said to her, I was like, hey, can you give me change so I can give you a tip? She takes my 5. She gets 5 singles out of the register, takes $2, puts it in her tip jar, and hands me $3 back. And I was like, oh, so you felt that you deserved $2. You decided the tip. That's fine. You're never getting tipped again. Never tipped her again because of that. I also stopped going. But, I mean, it's just like, you don't assume that shit.
We go to Noah's once a year for the tree
Yeah.
lighting in Poughkeepsie.
Mhm.
And it's basically a reason for us to get out of the house, drink a bunch, and then stand in the cold for a little while. I don't know why we go.
Yeah. Yeah, you've talked about it. Maybe I did tell that story because you've talked about this on the show.
Probably, yeah.
But it's just
The
like
lines get blurred.
yes, I was going to give you $2. I absolutely was going to give you $2. But the assumption is what pissed me off.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. Like, why didn't she just make it the full 5? Because that would be unacceptable. Like,
Me, I'm a kill him with kindness kind of guy, but it kind of backfires on me a little bit. Like
Probably,
the guy at the Falcon.
yeah,
It was just kind of like,
you're just like, you know what would make this guy nicer if I tip him really well. That's like the opposite of how you're supposed to tip.
I know.
You know?
I thought it worked, and then it
So,
just seemed like it
I mean,
didn't.
I always have I always have like a basic strategy, like tip heavy at first so that they go, that's my guy for
Mhm.
tonight. And then you go back to like a normal amount of tipping. Like I always still tip for every drink, but like sometimes the last round, like I've already given you $23 tonight, man.
Mhm.
Like sometimes, but it depends.
Or,
if it's open bar,
if it's $1, it's $11.
but I mean, if it's open bar, you tip heavier. You know what I mean? Because the reason that I tip heavier at open bar is because I know most people don't tip at all,
Mhm.
and that's fucking bullshit. So, and I've only been a bartender like once. Yeah, I had like one job. But I get it, and I appreciate those guys. Like they're doing something. It's not an easy job. Like it's kind of like what we do at the coffee shop.
Well, I mean, I bartended for a little while, and we had this one guy who would come in. His name was Duke, and he would just sit there and drink $1.50 12-ounce Budweiser pours 12-ounce for hours. He'd get a bunch and just let him drink because he was like, he was like owned half the properties in Beacon or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
So I was told. And every single time he would leave $1
For the whole night?
for the entire night.
That's a piece of shit. That's a piece of shit fucking person.
He was a nice guy.
No, he was a piece of shit person. He was not a nice guy because of that.
He used to fall asleep though.
Yeah, that just sounds like that just sounds like an alcoholic who's trying to hide his like spending from his wife. You know, like that guy's a piece of shit. That guy doesn't understand that you only make minimum wage and possibly less.
See, I don't think he wasn't hiding it from his wife. There actually was a guy who was.
Yeah.
Hiding it from his wife. I can't remember his name. He used to come into the bar. He's like, "Oh, I'm just getting here. I'm just here to get have a drink and get my wife some dinner and everything like that." He'd order something to eat to go. He'd sit there and eat his meal. He got steak. He used to get steak au poivre. He'd get steak au poivre, 2 of them, one for him, one for his wife. He'd sit there with the styrofoam container at the bar and eat his and like keep drinking, talking to everybody, get smashed. And then his wife would come in. This happened on multiple occasions. His wife would come in, and he'd turn around and go, "Hey, honey," and her fucking cold-ass, congealed fucking steak au poivre dinner is just sitting in a styrofoam container on the bar. His is totally done, and
So
he's smashed.
Why the fuck didn't he get it like at the end?
I don't know. Because he would only come in to get that and go. And while he was waiting for it to be cooked, have a drink or 2. Which is perfectly acceptable.
So you try and turn that into like 6.
But he'd get 2. Somebody would start talking to him. He'd get a 3rd. He'd get a 4th. He'd be drunk and hungry, so he'd start eating his own food. And then next thing you know, his wife's like, "I'm starving. Where is he?" And she'd have to come get him.
I don't understand. Like,
working in a dive bar was really fun and very eye-opening.
The guys that would come into those places, and I've known tons of them. We used to hang out at the Beacon a lot. We used to hang out at Foley's in Fishkill. And you see those guys, and it's just like, that's a person that's not only an alcoholic, but they're really, really lonely to the point that they're willing to pay triple to get fucked up. Because even at a dive bar, you're paying triple. Even if you're paying $2 a beer for Budweiser, you're paying triple.
This was before Netflix and all that stuff, so.
Yeah. It's just like, you could, that's probably a good point, you know? So if you couldn't afford cable because you're spending all your money on booze, you got to be out at the bar to be entertained while you're drinking.
You've already played all your video games. Like you can't afford to get a new one. Xbox 360 games cost $60 a pop.
For, let's say, if you wanted to be a fucking knockdown, drag out alcoholic drinking from 9 in the morning until you fucking pass out every day, you could probably do that on $80 a week. Just buying like shit vodka.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just handles of
really just garbage like fucking
jug, Mr. Boston.
or like Crystal Palace vodka. Crystal Palace gin is very good for a mixer. Crystal Palace vodka is the worst vodka ever. So it's like $10 for a handle. You figure you're buying, even if you get to the point where you're buying a handle every day, that's only $70 a week. That guy is spending that in 3 days at the bar drinking Budweiser.
That same guy actually came in after a successful hunt. He was hunting. He came in and he still had his, camouflage on and everything like that. He had, like you could see gutting blood on the upper parts of his jacket. Apparently he used gloves like a gentleman. And he got loaded enough where he was talking about his kill and everything like that. He leaves the bar and he comes back in with the head of the deer.
And you weren't just like, that's breaking a lot of health code violations. Get the fuck out.
He was just like, take a look at this thing. So, like, I was like, are you fucking insane? Are you insane? He's like, what? He had no idea what was going on, this guy. He thought it was just a cool fucking idea to bring in his head, the deer head, to show everyone. And it wasn't even that big. Like, it was, it was decent. Yeah. I mean, it was a buck. Congratulations. You got some
it wasn't great, but it was good. That reminds me. I told Amy as I was leaving that our guest had canceled kind of last minute. And she was like, what are you going to talk about? I was like, I'm sure Bosch has shit his pants in the last week. It'll be fine. And then she's just like, ask him if he's had to use the other half of his glove.
I have not.
No, you still got that half a glove in there?
Yeah, it's still in my pack. I haven't had a chance to go back out. Let me see.
But have you shit your pants?
No. I got that under control. I can actually, I've gotten to the point where I can kind of feel what's going on, you know. But came close at work.
Mm-hmm.
Held it together. You know, no one noticed. I'm not even sure what day it was. They all blend together.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, I feel like I could fart, but I know that it's not going to be good.
Yeah, you were saying before we started that you probably should have taken a shit before you started.
Yeah, and now it's to the point where I was just like...
I was like, we have 12 minutes, and you're like,
I would be cutting it close, and I don't feel like it. But yeah, now if I farted, I'd definitely shit my pants.
Mm-hmm.
Is this people want to listen to this stuff? I don't
Nobody's
even know
listening
anymore.
right now.
2 people are, apparently.
That's me and you.
No, because it went down to 0 before.
Oh, yeah?
Unless this
Well,
thing
one
is,
of them is me.
Unless this thing is totally fucked.
Are you in the creator studio? That doesn't count as a watch.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, so one other person's watching.
Right on, one other person.
Comment.
We'll wait.
Yeah, it's going to be about 10 seconds. Did you just fart?
I did.
Thank you for gambling on the show.
I risked it. Quick shout out to Jessica, who just texted me her dinner, which was avocado toast, 86 toast, sub skirt steak. It looked delicious.
That's very keto.
All right, I think we've
yeah,
we're
good.
We've gotten to the end.
Yeah, I saw
There's a lot longer.
I saw Jess and Karina at the liquor store today.
All right.
I said hello, I petted their dogs, and then they left. That was
all right, there you
the whole
go.
story. I pulled up in your old car, and one of your co-sister-in-laws waved back.
Hashtag that, please.
We've talked about. We came up with that on the show.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
You were like my sister-in-law's wife. What is that? And I was like, it's a co-sister-in-law. I mean, I can do it.
There you go.
I think we got some good titles for tonight.
Yeah, let's go through those.
Do we have any plugs?
Oh, I got plenty
first?
of plugs.
Yeah,
Let's
lots
do
of plugs.
patreon.com/deadradiopodcast. Zazzle.com. Well, let's talk about Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the show. Just help us
buy gear, put on charity events.
Yeah, it's mostly we need the Patreon so we can. We kind of need Patreon right now to get its shit together because to help with this HV Creator Fest because it's starting to come out of our own pocket, which is fine. I kind of expected it.
Well, I mean, we're gonna
we'll recoup it.
Yeah, Hudson Valley Creator Fest is 100% going to charity, but if we have to put out $250 for insurance,
which we're
gonna have to take that money out of the money that we make, and we don't want to do that. We would rather use money coming from Patreon.
Right.
So if there's anybody out there who goes, hey, I can cover your insurance for Creator Fest, donate that. That'd be awesome. That's going to be, it's fully tax deductible, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So anybody listening who has a business who can, does itemized deductions every year, if you give to charity, think about doing this because if you cover that, we're doing everything in the name of the charity, so we're just operating under their 501c3.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fully tax deductible, so shit like that. But we want to start doing more stuff, like putting out, compilations of all the bands we've had in here.
Getting cameras that aren't fucking out of sync with the audio when you watch it on
and
YouTube. It's just, we
720p.
cannot help it.
Yeah.
It sucks. I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's terrible, but...
even that, I mean, these two cameras represent a $300 investment by me.
Yep.
And they're not great, but it's all we could afford. And if we could do more, we would. So... we'll continue to make the show.
We're not asking for $250 a month. We're asking for $1 a month from everybody who listens, which will be like $12 a month, and that'd be great.
That'd be great. That will put us into profitability. Because right now we're breaking even.
Also, if you want any Dead Radio podcast gear, Zazzle.com/Dead Radio Podcast. We got a bunch of cool little fucking things up there. If you want to,
Dead Radio doormat.
Doormat. We have a doormat now.
We have a doormat. Yeah.
Oh fucking A.
We got to get one of those.
Yeah.
Like we don't even have one because we have to pay out of our own pockets to fucking get one.
Yeah.
But
Zazzle,
the
Zazzle's not about making money. It's just about getting our name out there.
Yeah, we only make 5% on everything. So, but we've had a few T-shirt sales, and to be honest, I'm more excited about having someone walking around in the world with a Dead Radio T-shirt.
For sure.
On. Yeah. So.
Also, check out HV Creator Fest on Facebook. Facebook.com. Is it just HV Creator
I think it's
Fest?
HV Creator Fest. But if you type in HV Creator Fest or Hudson Valley Creator Fest, it comes up very, very easily. Mm-hmm. If you know anybody who would like to be a vendor, we have between 5 and 10 spots available probably. Yeah, any local artist, anybody who's making something that you can make and sell under a fucking tent.
Yeah, it's Facebook.com/HV Creator Fest.
Yeah.
Very simple. Yeah, man, check it out. Mark it on your calendar. May 12th. We're putting on a shindig. Very similar.
12 to 6 p.m. I mean that time frame might change slightly, but we got 10 bands. We're up to about 25 vendors as far as my basic head count is saying. I don't know how many people have confirmed, but we're it's turned into a pretty big festival. At the very least, there's going to be 6 booths with booze tasting because those guys are a definite. So, and I also want to plug Prime Print Shop in Poughkeepsie.
Prime Print Shop in Poughkeepsie.
For giving us this awesome banner, taking care of all of our printed needs for this fest. I mean, he did all of our vendor packets, which I fucked up, and then redid them for free. He wouldn't take any money.
Yeah.
So they're doing they're doing us a major solid by helping us out with all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because just those vendor packets would have been $100.
Yep.
And our banner would have been $100. And the banners that we're going to get for this festival were going to be probably close to $1,000 with all the stuff that we're going to get. So they're really helping us out. So check them out.
Prime Print Shop, 747 Main Street, Poughkeepsie, New York, 12603 845-233-5274. Check them out. Fucking awesome. We're getting a lot of love from this.
Also, Dark Side Records for providing us with a bunch of equipment for Creator Fest.
Yes.
They are awesome.
Even though they are shit.
I mean, their podcast is terrible, but they're really great guys. Is that all the plugs? I think it's all the plugs.
It should be all the plugs.
Ooh, soap movie coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Nomadic
We also
Boutique.
did something with Nomadic Boutique. Jesus Christ, we got a lot of...
About a month from now, there's going to be a cool little video of us making Dead Radio soap.
Yeah.
So anybody out there, if you'd like, I'll put it on the Patreon. But anybody who pledges $10 a month will give you a bar of soap.
Ooh.
First 10 people?
Yeah.
We could do that. First 10 people to pledge $10 a month will get a bar of soap.
And a couple stickers.
Yeah. All right.
You can put them on your cell phones like I just did.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. There you go. You
no
can't even
cares.
see it.
No one cares about
You
that.
can't
It's
even
fine.
see it.
All
right, titles. Show titles.
Yeah. So I have a glass of Elijah Wood.
Delicious.
Opposite Side Street Side Door.
Kind of like that one.
Episode number 153, The Intervention.
We should just call it The Intervention.
Puking up brownie batter. Next week, Bosch's pubes. And hashtag co-sister-in-law.
Well, we got the hashtag. Shit. We got a couple good ones.
I like Opposite Side Street because it's so fucking dumb.
I'll go with that one.
Yeah, I mean, a glass of Elijah Wood's pretty good, too. But I also don't know how to spell Elijah.
I think you got it right.
Or puking. I had a lot of trouble spelling puking. I was like,
Pucking?
is there a C in there?
No,
it's just
isn't.
P-U-K. Yeah, so I say Opposite Side Street Side Door.
All right, give it a circular. All right. And we got it. Very good.
Yeah. This feels like a good show, which means when I listen back, I'll be like, that was a crappy episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had fun, so therefore it's not good.
Yeah.
Whenever I have anxiety after the show, like, man, that fucking sucked, it ends up being a really good one.
All right. Well, we'll know tomorrow. You said you're opening tomorrow?
I am.
So maybe tomorrow afternoon it'll be posted.
Probably tomorrow afternoon, yeah. So.
Your dog just looks like a fucking dummy.
Yeah, well, he's got terrier in him, and with that comes that fishy fucking fucking gland odor.
Bailey used to get that, but it stopped now that he's all old and senile.
He just did it, and it's also a trigger that he needs to go out. So, right? You gotta go outside. You gotta go out.
All right, we're not doing this on the show.
He sure does. All right. Tune in next week. We got Hell Ride 102 with Doug Beans and Gertie.
Very
Gertie,
exciting.
I don't know what the fuck his last name is, but it's going to be a shitload of fun. You believe that? I don't have their CD handy. I do not.
I have it. You gave it to me. It's at my house.
Okay. Well, there you go. Mystery solved.
Yeah. It wasn't a mystery at all. You said, where is it? And I said, it's there.